Hello, we are going to walk through how to assign an advisor in PeopleSoft. So I have the step-by-step instructions from the PeopleSoft manual that's on the Technology and Learning Center. And so I'll send out this 3-page document to you all along with the link to this video. So you'll have the steps in front of you as well as the video to refer back to assign the advisor. But before we do that, I want to show you the advisor list. So this is the list that Lauren puts together, usually at least at the beginning of fall, but she'll review it with the division chairs at the beginning of the spring semester, or if folks leave or retire mid-year, there will be changes as well. But at the end of the PATH appointment, once the new student has decided on a program, you've registered them for classes. Once that student leaves, you can assign the advisor to them, or while they're sitting there in your office, while you're finishing things up, either way. But when you're ready to do that, you're going to pull up this list that Lauren provided to us and find their program on their campus. So each campus is on a different tab, and assign them the advisor. Most programs are one advisor per program, so makes it pretty easy. When you look at AA, particularly at the Maysville campus, we have a couple of different advisors that they could go to. If, in having a conversation with the student, you know that they're planning to transfer to Moorhead and they want to get a communications degree, or they're going to transfer to UK and they want to, major in history. If you know what their focus area is, you can assign the advisor based on that. If you don't know or they don't know, you're just going to randomly assign the appropriate advisor from this list. Same thing for registered nursing. We don't want to give every registered nurse to Rhonda Sims because her name is first on the list. So I would suggest, printing this out and just keeping little tick marks so you can keep track of how many times you assign a particular student to that advisor. The current students, when they do a program of study change and Hannah assigns them, she keeps a tick list. So she knows exactly how many she gave to Rhonda, Becky Leitner, Debbie Boone, Shannon Froge. We're all going to be doing it, so our lists aren't going to be exact, but if we can just, be aware of how many we're assigning to each person, that'll help even out the load a little bit. So Maysville, Rowan, Montgomery, and LVC are all on here. It's also important to note that some program coordinators advise students on all 4 campuses. So Mike McNutt, primary office location is at the Maysville campus, but he is still the advisor for some of these programs at Licking Valley. So it's important to let the student know if their advisor's primary work location is not necessarily their home campus. I think some of the advisors do a really good job of maintaining regular office hours on different campuses. All of them through the Meet Me page will also schedule phone appointments. So Mike is typically at LVC during the semester, like Tuesdays or Wednesdays, I think. But if a student needs to, schedule an appointment for a Friday and he's not going to be there, they can do that over the phone. So just give the student a heads up as to where their advisor's primary work location is. So we've done that, and now we're going to pull up PeopleSoft, and where you're going to go to My Path, and then you're going to go to PeopleSoft Campus Solutions. You're going to go on the Classic Home tile. And then you may have already bookmarked this as your favorite, but I'm going to start at the beginning and assume that you have not done that. So you're going to go to Main Menu, and then you're going to go to Records and Enrollment, and then Student Background Information, and then Student Advisor. Let me clear that out. So you will probably have the student ID handy since you've just put them in classes, but I didn't write one down, so we're going to use Skylar. Okay, so if Skylar was a brand new student who had not been here before and had not been assigned an advisor, when this screen pulls up, this is going to be blank. But because she is a current student, she is already assigned to Tina Curtis. So if that happens, if your student that you're trying to assign an advisor already has somebody listed here, I'm going to show you how you update it. And some of these students, even though they're new, could have an advisor. Jacob stopped assigning advisors to new students, but I don't think we stopped that until November or December. So anybody that applied for fall up until that point was assigned an advisor at the time they submitted the application. So if you get a student who already has something showing up here, you're going to add a row. So you're going to click this little button here, and it added a brand new box. So it kind of looks the same, but you'll notice that the effective date changed. So it defaulted to today's date. As long as this date is prior to the start of the semester, it's fine. So when March 1st rolls around, anything from March, April, May, all the way up until August, whatever the default date is, will be fine. Once we get into August, if you are assigning advisors after classes have already started for the fall semester, so you've got a new student who walks in the second day of class and we're able to get them in classes, or you got a new student that walks in who's going to start at midterm, change this effective date to August 1st so that it will show up on the advisors list. You click that and you just find the date that you want it to be. So we're going to say August 1st, 2019. Advisor, undergrad is correct. We're not changing her program of study at this point. We're just assigning the advisor. So right now she's Tina Curtis, but let's say that we look at our list and Skylar decided that she wants to do, she's a Maysville student, she's going to do applied engineering technology. So that would put her with Gordy Jones. So we go back over here and we can copy Gordon's number here. And there he is. So we're going to select Gordon. So now this shows us that effective August 1st, 2019, Skylar is assigned to Gordy Jones. Now, if we were finished, we would just hit save and be done with it. But I don't want to save this and mess up Skylar's stuff and ask Hannah to help me fix it. So we're going to leave it at right here, but know that your work as far as assigning the advisor is completed. If Skylar had been a brand new student and she didn't already have an advisor assigned, when we searched her name, the effective date would have defaulted to today's date, and there would not have been anything listed down here. So Tina's name wouldn't have been here, and Tina's advisor number wouldn't have been here. It would have just automatically defaulted, and this would have been blank. So you wouldn't have had to add a row. But if there is a name here, and it's a student that you need to assign, you just click this little plus button to add a new row, then you assign the advisor, and you hit save. So I'm going to save this video, send it out to you all along with the instructions from PeopleSoft and the advisor list from Lauren. Thanks very much. If you have any questions, holler at one of us and we will be glad to help you. Thanks.